Hello again and welcome to English Lessons with Grammar Man. Today I want to introduce you to inversion. Inversion, particularly with negative adverbs and prepositional phrases, which might sound rather complicated, but is actually much simpler than things that you may have already learnt, like perfect tenses or how to form the passive voice, for example. The noun inversion is not just used in grammar. It means to change something so that it is the opposite of what it was before. In grammar though, we are specifically referring to the order of the subject and the verb. And I have some good news for you. You use inversion all the time already. When, you ask? In questions. So for example, our normal sentence structure is subject followed by a verb. Or subject plus helping verb plus main verb. They are eating, for example. They are eating chocolate. In questions, we invert the subject and the helping verb, don't we? So we have, are they eating chocolate? Here, we've inverted the order of the helping verb are and the subject they. Now we can also do this, of course, if there is no helping verb. For example, he is tired. Switch the order, is he tired? Okay, so you have some experience with inversion in questions, but today we are going to learn how to use inversion in sentences. Not questions, but sentences. And we do this for emphasis, for dramatic purpose, or to sound more formal. Now, importantly, you cannot invert any sentence. We are limited to the words and expressions that we can invert. But it is great to know, as it can add some real flair and style to your speaking and especially your writing when used sparingly. Let's go through some of these now. We can invert some adverbs that have a negative meaning. In fact, inversion is most often done when the sentence begins with a negative. So we will start with some negative adverbs. These include never, seldom, rarely, scarcely, and hardly. For example, never have I seen such a large crowd, or seldom have I read a book with such a powerful message. George Orwell, 1984. So what have I done here? In sentence 1, our normal word order would be like this. I have never seen such a large crowd. But to add style or drama or emphasis, I have decided to invert. I've moved the adverb never to the front of the sentence and then inverted or swapped the subject and the auxiliary verb. In sentence 2, the normal sentence structure would be I have seldom read a book with such a powerful message. And again, I've moved the adverb seldom to the front of the sentence and then inverted the subject and the auxiliary verb. We can do exactly the same thing with rarely, scarcely, and with hardly. Rarely will you see such a brilliant speech. The normal sentence would be you will rarely see such a brilliant speech. With scarcely, scarcely had I got home when the phone rang. I had scarcely got home. And hardly ever does she go on holidays. With this last example, I've had to add an auxiliary verb. She hardly ever goes on holidays. Inverted is, hardly ever does she go on holidays. When there is no auxiliary or modal verb in the normal sentence structure, we must add do, does, or did. Some other negative words and expressions include not only. Not only did he pass the test, he got an A+. The normal sentence would be he not only passed the test, so subject, negative adverb, verb, but we've inverted. So this time we have negative adverb, not only, auxiliary verb did is added, and then the subject and main verb. No sooner works the same way. No sooner had the boxer retired than he decided to come out of retirement. And little. Little did we realize what we were getting ourselves into. Some prepositional phrases which invert include under no circumstances. For example, under no circumstances are you to leave the house. You're grounded. Sometimes parents say this to their children if the child, or especially the teenager, has done something wrong. This prepositional phrase is always inverted. To have the normal subject and verb order, you would need to change the word no to any. You are not to leave your room under any circumstances. You could also say on no account. On no account are you to leave this room. On no account means the same as under no circumstances. Another prepositional phrase that likes to be inverted, in no way. In no way did I imply that I would drive you to the party. In no way did I agree to arrive at 6 p.m. And the last one for today is at no time. At no time was the company informed of this. At no time did I harass the witness, Your Honour. At no time just means that something never happened. Okay, so that is an introduction to inversion. Hopefully now you understand what inversion is, why we use it, and you have learnt 9 or 10 phrases that are typically inverted. There are many other phrases and expressions that can be inverted, and they can also be used quite effectively in conditional sentences to make these sound much more formal. But alas, that will be a lesson for another day. Any question on today's topic, just write it in the comment section below this video and I will respond to as many of you as I can. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in a couple of days for our next lesson. Cheers.